kickve pitiye chayda jalade rase Champions League ek had gas mein hanguman kickve java naramenne Bhagi dulanne bhidi dasate goal ek gannai sit sarasenne samarok venne sabdeta denne We are one game one heart One game one heart Champions League this is where we start together we dream together we fight we are the champions The Champions League is finally One game, one heart Champions League This is where we start Together we dream, together we fight We are the champions Under the light We play for love, pride and pain Every child who dreams a game Nobody's here, no fear, no end Just one dream that we defend Marangal kikkagome Kalathil urudiyai minnavum naave Champions League varave unarvadukke tarume Cheer ekai gammak denne kollo set ekama ek wenne goal ekata kick එක දෙන්නේ Champions League में aramenne One game, one heart Champions League සටනයි aramenne පිපි දෙන්නේ ජය ගන්නේ එක සීනට අපි යන්නේ One game, one heart Champions League where dreams take part Raise your flags, feel the art Football, one game, one heart Champions League, forever we play the spirit of football. Listen
Good evening and welcome to the Racecourse International Stadium. It's the second game of this double-header on Saturday. Matara City taking on Solid in Group B, a top-bottom battle in Group B. Solid after a solid week in Week 5 and Matara City having a disastrous Week 5 coming into week number 6 trying to make a difference in this week. Here's the weather card for today. Highest temperature of 28 degrees is expected plus a wind is expected to blow across us. And Matara City coming off of a thrashing defeat against Pelicans in the previous week and Solid coming off of a 6-1 defeat win rather against Moragas Mulla will be the favourites to take the W from this encounter. Here are the broadcasting channels of this game Sri Lanka Football Socials, Supreme TV and ThePapare. To take you along the ride today, I have Nathan Coggins with me. Good evening, Nathan.
So very good evening, Atif, and a very good evening to all our viewers. Super Saturday indeed, indeed is it. Plenty of action here at the Racecourse in the Sri Lanka Football Champions League. As we take a look at the points table in Group B, Pelicans SC comfortably with a 4-point gap at the top, closely followed by Solid, who played a game less and could reduce the deficit to 1 point with a victory today, which is probably what they'd be going for. Atif. Super Sun as well with 7 points after 6 games. St. Mary's with 7 points after just the 4 games. And vying for those top 4 spots at the moment. SL Police, Murugasmulla and Matara City, who, to be fair to them, for a club of that stature, have been pretty disappointing this season, Atif.
Definitely, the defending champions so far has been pretty underwhelming with their performances. Coach KD Lalith will be hoping his troops to step a foot forward today and do take the better of Solid SC.
Yes, as we take a look at the results and fixtures so far in week number 6, started off with a convincing win for Negombo Youth, 3-1 victory over SLTB. And yesterday's 8 p.m. kickoff, a 0-0 draw between Super Sun SC and Pelican Sports Club. And just earlier today, a drubbing for Crystal Palace at the hands of Serendip SC, 4-1. And live on your screens at the moment, it's the defending champions Matara City taking on Solid Sports Club. And tomorrow, the action will continue on to Super Sunday as St. Mary's take on the Cops, and Java Lane Sports Club will take on Saunders SC to round out week number 6. So just a few moments or so away from kickoff, Atif. Both teams with plenty to play for. And like we said earlier, Solid SC probably coming into this one as the favourites. They've looked decent so far. They played a game less as well. They can reduce that gap at the top to just the 1 point and really put pressure on the team leading the lineup in Group B. Matara City just need to get their season up and running, isn't it? Just the 1 win so far in the 5 games that they've played.
Definitely, they did show glimpses of what they can do against St. Mary's 2 weeks back, especially their new recruits Afiful Yusuf and Andrews Nana, both coming into the fore for Matara City. And on the other hand, the high-riding Solid SC with their foreign players in their ranks, Daniel Arbison, Mensa Prince and Henry Chubeze will be playing a vital role for the men in white on the left of your screen, and Matara City will take the field in their famous orange jerseys.
Yes, players led out there by the team of officials for today: Sashanka Madhushanka, Lairu Madhushanka, Dinesh Pitigal and AM Jafran. It's a big game, isn't it? Atif, as you see, the men will be under pressure today, led by Sashanka Madhushanka. It's an important 90 minutes ahead of us in the context of this season as well.
Definitely, and a surprising exclusion for Matara City is that their permanent captain Rashika Sampath has been thrown into the bench by coach KD Lalith, and Rusiru Lakshan has been given the armband. Rashika Sampath had a howler of a performance in the previous week, conceded an own goal as well, Nathan, and a bold decision by the head coach KD Lalith to bench his captain. And what are your thoughts on it, Nathan?
Yes, to be fair, Atif, he definitely hasn't had the season that he perhaps would have been hoping for, isn't it? Perhaps the burden of captaincy weighing too much on him as well. He's known to be sound between the sticks, but this season it's all gone astray for him. He's conceded numerous goals, and as you said, throughout the season, not just last week, he's made numerous errors that have led to his team conceding some goals as well. So Coach KD Lalith, sometimes as a coach, especially managing a club of this size, you have to take those bold calls, isn't it? Sometimes you have to bench some of the bigger players, and sometimes that does send a message out as well to the rest of the squad that no man is above the team, and that all players must contribute and all players must rally around if the team are to come together and get the results that they want, and especially for a team that's struggling so far in the first 6 weeks in Matara City Club, just the 1 win under their belt.
Definitely, very well said, Nathan, and all the formalities are done and dusted, and we are just minutes away from kickoff. As you mentioned before, a very important encounter for both of these sides to take those honors in the top 4 spots.
Yes, taking a look at the lineups. Rusiru Laksan, as we said, the defender, taking the armband today. Sadev Rashmita, Mohammad Miktaz, and Andrews Nana, Nimna Kachirat, Johan Bimsara, Mohammad Nafil, Aful Yusuf, Mohammad Arshad, who's taking the gloves today, Arvind Kaushika and Nadil De Silva making up the starting 11, and off the bench we'll have Ruman, Lienage, Tejan, Amadit, Madhuka, Ravindu, Rashika, Asat and Ashka, and the head coach, the experienced KD Lalith.
And we'll take a look at the solid team lineup. Daniel Arubison, Halik Ahmed, Robinson Reynolds, A. Alexon, Kennedy John Raj has been on the score sheet in the past couple of weeks. For Solid, Henry Chibueze. Sri Muralidharan Jabez, the man of the match from the previous game for Solid. G. Jnanapuran, Jnanarupan, Devdas Nilujan, Kanes Mithusan and Mensa Prince will make the 11 for Solid SC, and S. Sivanesan will be the head coach for Solid in the technical area. And the men in orange, Matara City, will be kicking things off from the right to left of your screens after this countdown.
Ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've been waiting for. Let the countdown begin. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And here we go, live at the Racecourse. Matara City taking on Solid Sports Club, and straight away looking to work their way up the field. Were the defending champions. Ball cleared back, but only as far as that defensive line led by Rusi Rulakshan, and straight away put in his right back under some pressure there. The number 9, Andrew Snana, but they've done well to marshal that early pressure, win the ball back, and Solid Sports Club can now just string a few passes together and grow themselves into this game. But just as I say, that ball given away in midfield, and an audacious attempt at goal. But just a few inches over the crossbar that time. The the shot from Aful Yusuf, but straight away Atif, the goalkeeper, Devdas Nilujan, put on notice by Matara City.
Very positive signs from the boys from the south, pressing hard, and Afiful Yusuf on that occasion taking no two invitations there. And here's Matara City. It's Avin Kaushika this time. Kaushika rather. As you mentioned before, a positive start and positive off-ball press from Matara City. Didn't see much of that in the previous week against the high-riding Pelicans, who are in the top of the table in Group B. Here's Andrew Snana driving it forward, and he enforces the challenge, and it will be a card in the early exchanges. It's Daniel Arbison, I believe.
Well, Atif, interesting visuals on replay there, but Andrew Snana had no hesitation in going to ground. It looked a card for all money, but beautiful play in transition, isn't it? Flicked on nicely, and Andrews making that run as well and drawing the foul and winning the first set piece of the game. And the guilty party on that occasion, Halik Ahmed for Solid Sports Club, had no choice really. Wouldn't want to concede this early on, but nonetheless a net gain for Matara City Club, as they'll have a set piece in a really dangerous area.
Definitely, that was a brilliant run and a brilliant counter attack from Matara City. And KD Lalit, the coach, will be mighty pleased with how the things have proceeded so far in this couple of minutes after the kickoff.
Sandro Snana has stayed down Atif, interestingly. Contact.
And Matara City Club are missing out on Isaac Adivu's services here. Their specialist set piece taker, Isaac Adivu, lost his mind in the previous week, and due to a unwanted infringement, he had to go into the bins early doors in the 50th minute or so against Pelicans, and Matara City had to play with just 10 men in the remainder of the game rather, and it will be a good test for this solid defense. City, known for their set dead ball routines, as Afiful Yusuf is under the dead ball for Matara City.
Yes, Yusuf looking to whip this one in off his right foot. Plenty of bodies in the box. 4-man wall for Solid Sports Club. Dangerously whipped in and just punched away by the keeper there, and not cleared by Solid Sports Club, but won't be too harmful for them. Kept the ball at their feet and cleared eventually. But Afiful Yusuf looks like he's got quite a heavy right boot on him, isn't it, Atif?
Definitely, we did see him a couple of weeks ago. Him alongside with Andrews Nana were a menace to that St. Mary's defence, and they have started in the front foot. Matara City, the defending champions, and will be hoping to continue the good work they have showed in this opening 4.5 minutes or so, Nathan.
Yes, certainly, and another long throw in to come in for Matara City. Takes it short, interestingly, and brilliantly done there by the solid defender to wrestle his man off the ball, but only goes as far as Rusir Lakshan, and they flicked it on again. Have Matara City, but swiftly off his line on that instance is Mohammad Arshad to make that claim. That's something we didn't see the starting keeper do. Rashika Sampath was really slow off his line in the opening games that we saw, and in from defense into attack in a jiffy. Solid Sports Club, and desperate measures had to be taken there, but to the naked eye, Atif, it looked like it was a good tackle. Looked like he got the ball. We'll take a look at that replay. Sliding in desperately, and what a timely tackle that was. Got the ball, but very nearly allowed Kennedy John Raj. Just caught in the aftermath there, the right winger of Solid Sports Club, but nonetheless, yellow card has been issued, Atif, but what a timely interception that was, and I feel it's a bit harsh on the Matara City player.
Yes, definitely harsh on Rusirul Akshan, the standing skipper for Matara City, the culprit on that occasion, but a brilliant run nevertheless from Kennedy John Raj. John Raj has been on the score sheet in the previous 2 outings for Solid. Was brilliant in the last week against Moragas Mulla, and here's Mensa Prince and Kennedy John Raj, both are under the dead ball here. Prince hits it straight into the wall, into the 2-man wall. Here's Andrews Nana. Good bit of work, and equally well defended by Solid number 24. Mithusan. Chibueze. Here's John Raj. John Raj had the opportunity to find Henry Chibueze, but decided to go with that lob ball into the box.
Miss could have made a bit better decision there, isn't it, John Raj? Did all the hard work, Atif just needed to release that pass. Had options on the overlap and inside him as well. And you have to say Solid could have had at least a shot on target if John Raj had played his cards right there.
Definitely, but off the blocks, it's Matara City who has been knocking on the door. No one wasn't expecting this kind of start from the men in orange, but it'll take some time to Solid. It'll take some time for Solid SC to step into the gas in this game, but nevertheless, good signs shown by Kerry Lalit's men here.
Solid SC have just managed to have a bulk of the possession last 5 minutes or so, and that's lovely work from Chikbeze. John Raj just didn't read it in time. His run was slightly late, and that just allowed the defender for Matara City to come in and make that clearance, but nonetheless it's another throw in a attacking area for Solid SC. Oh, it's a corner actually. And John Raj, he's got a dangerous left boot on him. Whips this one in. Looks like it's overcooked, and yes, it is. But still Solid managed to keep the ball at their feet. And another cross whipped in. Here's Chipueze.
Prince rather.
And a timely tackle once again from the Matara City defense. And then the resulting clearance going straight into the feet of a Matara City player, and John Raj getting the first shot at goal, forcing a sharp save out of Mohammad Arshad there.
That's definitely more like the solid SC we have seen throughout this campaign. Doesn't need two invitations, the solid attack to test the goalkeeper, especially that man on the bottom of your screen, Kennedy John Raj, in that number 7 jersey, has been very instrumental in solid success throughout this campaign, alongside with Henry Chibueze and Mensa Prince in the midfield. Very structured outfit, this solid SC unit, and tries the Trivela, the number 12, Johan Bimsara, and making a mess out of it.
Yes, the less said about that, the better. Atif as solid SC. Lovely turn there by Mensa Prince, taking that risk but managing to turn both his defenders, and that's allowed them to release the ball, but swiftly off his line once again is Arshad to make that claim. But Solid Sports Club look really dangerous on the transition if Mensa Prince can keep doing that.
Definitely, that is Sergio Busquets-esque from the number 29 for Solid. Brilliant bit of work, and here's Chibueze, and the flag stays down as Chibueze takes the shot and ricochets off the defender. Brilliant from Arbison. Here's Solid. Halik Ahmed rather has already gone into the big books of the referee, but doing well. Here's John Raj. Brilliant bit of work. John Raj takes the shot, and an array of shots into Matara City's goal there, but they can breathe a sigh of relief. Here's Afiful Yusuf driving it forward. Yusuf takes the shot, and easy work there for Nilujan.
End-to-end stuff here at the Racecourse, Atif, and if both these teams are going to keep playing like this the next 70 minutes or so, we are in for an absolute treat Saturday night. But once again, Arshad forced into a sharp save down on his left-hand side. I was about to say John Raj could have taken the shot off his weaker foot there, perhaps caught the keeper off guard, but he just took that extra touch that allowed him to get back into position. And then the resulting shot from the edge of the 18-yard box, unfortunately, going straight into the body of the defender. And then Afiful Yusuf, he's looked like a live wire in this the 12 minutes we've seen so far, as the Andrews Nana is caught offside, but Afiful Yusuf on the counter-attack did it all by himself there. Atif got the shot away and forcing a save at the other end out of Nilujan. You can see Andrews Nana just drifted offside there, caught in the offside trap, you could say, from Solid Sports Club. That's something he's looking to do, isn't it? He's camping on that center circle almost, looking to hold the ball up to allow his faster runners to shoot up in attack, especially when they're on the counter or in transition. And he looks like he'll have a key role to play for this Matara City outfit. And once again, wrestling his man off the ball, has options.
Here's John Raj.
Wrestled off it by Nana. Nana has space to run into, but retreating well there is the solid SC defender, turning his man and making the clearance. Brilliant one-on-one defense on that occasion, keeping the dangerous Andrews Nana at bay. But throw-in taken quickly by Matara City. Whips that one into the box, a teasing cross. But unfortunately, just the one man had made that run and not the tallest man on the park by any stretch. Mohammad Miktaz just couldn't get his head on the end of that one. And Nilujan delightfully making another collection to keep his clean sheet intact.
Yes, and Nimnaka Chirat, for the time being, he has been one of those players alongside with Afiful Yusuf who has created chances for Matara City. Came on from the bench last week, replacing Rashika Sampath in the half-time, and he did manage to put on a good shift, Nimnaka Chirat. And
beautifully flicked on there, isn't it, Atif? Winger ran onto it, but just delayed his run, and ball is into the box. Yes, Chipwese needs to get the shot away, forces a sharp save from the keeper. Open shot at goal, and Solid Sports Club open the score in here. And Matara City Club's new look defense doesn't last too long. The skipper for Solid Sports Club, Nyanarupan, had an open net to shoot into. Chipwese forced a sharp save out of the keeper, but Nyanarupan in the right place at the right time and capitalizing on the scrambling Matara City defense. And it's 1-0 to the favoured Solid Sports Club here at the Racecourse. It's only taken them the 17 minutes.
A well-deserved lead for Solid SC, courtesy their skipper S. Nyanarupan. A brilliant strike from the skipper there, but very unfortunate from Matara City's point of view. They have started this game pretty well, but will be kicking themselves, conceding an early goal here after the start they have had to this game.
Yes, but it's absolutely criminal to be outnumbered inside their own penalty area, isn't it, Atif? They have to do a lot better positionally, Matara City. And I think that's what cost them that goal on that occasion. No one marking Nyanarupan. Had a free strike at goal from basically the penalty spot, and no one's going to miss from there.
Indeed, easy shot for Nyanarupan there, resulting in the deadlock breaking goal for Solid SC. And, as you did mention, Matara City looks very good going forward, but the tracking back has been the issue, and it has caused the major case for the men in orange. Here's Chibueze. Good bit of work from the Matara City midfield there. Lobs it over. Here's Yusuf. Lobs it over again, and easy work for Nilujan there. The brilliant high line of defense from the Solid SC, preventing Andrews Nana to make those instrumental runs.
It's good tactical adjustment on the go, isn't it, Atif? They've spotted that. They spotted what Andrews Nana's game plan was early on in this first half, and before the first quarter even was done, they've adjusted. They're playing with the high line, trying to trap him offside, and they've done that on a couple of occasions so far as well. Throw in coming for Solid Sports Club. This time defense tracking back for Matara City, and they wouldn't want to go into the break behind the 8 ball, Atif. Still 25 minutes left in this first half. They wouldn't have expected to concede a goal so early on as well. But nonetheless, they have to play themselves out of yet another hole. This Matara City team, as ball has been put out for another corner. Second corner of the game. Both have gone to Solid Sports Club so far, and this time it's from the goalkeeper's right. And over the dead ball from that side, looks like it's Alexson with his right boot. Floats it up nicely into the box. Can he get a header? But luckily, this time the defense getting in position, making that clearance. And now trying to play their way out of trouble, but the ball still at the feet of Chibueze, who hooks it high. Needs one of his players to get on the end of that. No one wanted to put their head in the way. And it's hooked wildly, hoping for a runner, but the runner didn't come, and a bit of a fumble there from Mohammad Arshad. Very nearly backheeled the ball into his own net, Atif. But luckily for him, he's just conceded the corner.
A very lucky man there, Mohammad Arshad. Here's the replay of it. Comedy of errors from the Matara City goalkeeper. What was he trying to do there, Nathan? Just lost his time in there. And here's Alexson with a flatter trajectory this time.
This man who got the first touch just caught offside. Just going against the hand, I beg your pardon, Atif, but Mohammad Arshad just needs to take a few deep breaths, needs to calm down. His first start of the season as well, and replacing an experienced campaigner and the club captain in Rashika Sampath. Daunting task ahead of the young man, but just needs to be a bit calm, play with some composure, and not make any rash decisions like that one.
Indeed.
Especially as a key path, if you never really need to do anything too silly, you can afford to play a bit more conservatively. Certain teams, though, like to use their keepers, especially in the build-up, but I don't think that's on Matara City's agenda.
Definitely large boots to be filled by Mohammad Arshad, replacing the club captain, as you mentioned before, Rashika Sampath. Not having the best of seasons, Rashika Sampath, as we speak. There's the second yellow, and this time the culprit is Mohammad Miktas. Not the best of challenges there. Needless shirt pull there from Mohammad Miktas.
Yes, the initial contact was a bit soft, isn't it, Atif? But I think it's that shirt pull that saw him go into the referee's book. So now two of the backline for Matara City already in the referee's book, Atif, and we're only in the first half. They'll have to play with a sense of caution now for the remaining time we have in this game, and that's not an optimal position to be in. Won't be surprised if KD Lalit is forced to make a half-time substitution in his backline.
Definitely the boys from Matara won't be happy to play 10 men for 2 weeks running, and Mohammad Miktas and Halik Ahmad will need to be very cautious for the remaining time they will be on the pitch. Here's Prince for Solid. Mithusan a bit lazy there, giving away the possession very cheaply.
Won themselves another line out, this time in a much more dangerous position. Blind pressure there was Chibueze. And now an opportunity for Solid to get some men in the box and try and whip one in. That's exactly what they're trying to do, but good pressing on that occasion by Yusuf for Matara. Forces his man to go back. And they'll have to build up from base once again. Will Solid Sports Club. Here's Nilujan under some pressure. Hooves it forward. Here's Nyana Raj running on to the end of that one. It's a foot race. But Arshad swiftly off his line once again. Makes the claim. And Puts it straight into midfield, won by Yusuf. And now whipping it forward, a teasing ball to deal with, but does really well there. This is the number 2, Daniel Arubison for Solid Sports Club, keeping Matara City at bay. Here's Yusuf again, looking to make something happen for the southern side. And another cross into the box, but no willing runner, no one making that run, Atif. Just, it's not a good look on Matara City. Look a bit uncoordinated in attack. We've seen a couple of crosses come in so far as well, a few dangerous crosses as well, but no one making that run. Andrews Nana needs to be getting on the end of those in an ideal situation. And here's Nyanaraj trying to wrestle his defender. And eventually forces it out for a throw-in, does John Raj. So after playing on the back foot in the first 5 to 10 minutes or so, it's a Solid Sports Club that have been asking all the questions since then. Atif, sustained pressure from them has created one goal, won them numerous set pieces. And if they keep this pressure up, Atif, another opportunity and perhaps another goal will surely come.
Definitely, they have the quality and the temperament to do so. Make the lead double before going into the half-time. And Kennedy John Raj alongside with Henry Chibueze have been good so far, and especially Kennedy John Raj have been asking those questions on that right wing for the Matara City defense. On the other hand, the boys from South will have to do a lot in order to make things square before going into that break. And Sadev Rashmita puts the ball into a corner kick, and this will be the 4th corner in favor of the Solid SC.
It's giving away plenty of set pieces, isn't it, Atif, Matara City? They're left with no choice when the press from Solid has been really good so far. Here's another low teasing cross, but just hooked it wide. And another opportunity off the dead ball wasted by a Solid Sports Club. Goalie sends Yusuf on his way, tried to put the ball into space for Nana, but just overcooked it. And could have really hurt Solid on the counter there, Atif. If there's one weak point about this Solid SC defense, it is on the counter attack. That's where Matara have created most of their chances in this first half an hour. Yusuf and Nana need to combine better though.
Definitely attacking on the counter has been Matara City's strong link, and but Solid SC's defense have done pretty well to keep them quiet, especially Andrews Nana. And as we were speaking, another offside trap there by Solid SC.
Yes, they've done brilliantly to nullify that threat from Nana, isn't it, Atif? And it's a real lesson in thinking on the go. Didn't wait too long to make that tactical shift. So well done to the coach Sivanesan, his backline and the crew for spotting that and making that adjustment. And they've nullified that threat really early on, and Matara City have lost for options in attack really since then. Once again they give away the ball on the counter attack, but it's taken out of bounds by Mithushan for another throw into Matara City. Here's Nana on the end of that ball, looking to get near the box, but some good work put in by Arubison for Solid Sports Club. pushing his man out of bounds, not allowing him to cut inside. But no one running into that box once again, Atif. No one making that run. And Nana just forced to go out wide. And is this going to be an opportunity for Matara City? Coming through the back. That has been called offside. Yes, was offside when the ball was played to him, but came through the back, the defender there. And earning himself a card in the process as well.
And not good awareness shown by Andrews Nana, and this is not the first time he has been called offside. Fourth time to be exact, and it's not good signs going forward for the club from Matara. The talisman striker for Matara City, Andrews Nana, not having the best of games for the time being, and he has solid with a long throw in. This high line and the style of play from Solid reminds me of Ange Postecoglou's Tottenham, Nathan. They press high with a high line of defense, and as a result they have the lead before the break, and yet another shot taken from range, and this time it goes comfortably wide of Mohammad Arshad's goal.
It's certainly an entertaining watch, Atif, but it does come with his risk, playing such a high line and pressing so high. Solid Sports Club, we've seen that Tottenham side of Postecoglou being dismantled numerous times as well, but against, with all due respect, weak opposition, it always tends to work, and it's really helpful when you're trying to break down a low block. That is what Matara City are playing here. Here's Nana cutting inside, ball still available on the edge of the box, needs to get the shot away, goes into his own man. Comedy of errors in the penalty box on that instance. And a golden opportunity for Matara City Club goes begging. Atif first fell to Andrews Nana, stayed on the floor, and Chirat running into his own man there, just not getting the shot away, or Sadev Rashmita rather, just not having that awareness. And Matara City really need to make these chances count, because so far they have been few and far between.
Definitely Andrews Nana did all the hard yards going into the box and beating a couple of defenders, and he had no support whatsoever. Sadev Rashmita coming from behind might have had to do better there in order to test the defenses led by Daniel Arbison. Puts the ball over, and here's Andrews Nana.
Sadev Rashmita, needless challenge there. Atif surprisingly has stayed out of the referee's book. That was studs up straight into the defender's thigh, wasn't it? Not good from Matara City on that occasion. That time Andrews Nana timing his run was onside, but Rashmita squandering another opportunity.
Looks like an awful blow for Halik Ahmed there, and Sadev Rashmita can call himself a one lucky man. Should have been a yellow, but referee's call is the final. Here's Afiful Yusuf causing problems. Andrews Nana goes down, unfortunately. This has been the story so far for Matara City.
Yes, looks like he's done himself some damage there. Atif wasn't put under any pressure. Looks like he's torn a hammy there.
That looks bad, Nathan. This will be very costly for Matara City.
Could be the game for the centre forward as well. I'm sure any athlete would know how painful could be. Andrews Nana as well, looking very gingerly, and I'm sure KD Lalit will have to hook him and make that change. has the likes of Madhuka Shehan on his bench. But looks like it will be Ashka Talha who's gearing up on the sideline. But that's unfortunate for Andrews Nana.
Just as he was making a mark into the game, Nathan, doing his hammy in that sort is not good for himself and the club as well. Matara City trailing a goal here in the 36th minute against Solid. Things have gone bad to worse for the defending champions, losing their number 9 Andrews Nana.
Nilujan boots it long.
And we have got the confirmation Andrews Nana will be replaced by Ashkar Talha. Will be making his first appearance this campaign. Talha will need to step up and fill Andrews Nana's boots. Nana still getting medication on the sidelines. Doesn't look good. And here's the substitute, Ashkar Talha.
Yes, hooking Sadev Rashmita there. He's made his way off the park. Ashkar Talha. So what that means is there's still no replacement for Andrews Nana.
Substitution for Matara City.
An interesting call by coach KD Lalit. And by the looks of it, Andrews Nana will be continuing after getting some medication on the sidelines.
Yes, John Raj tried desperately to keep it in play, but unfortunately ran out of room on that right hand side. But really interesting tactically, isn't it, Atif? And Sadev Rashmita hasn't had the best of games. You could say that's a smart substitution to make, especially when you're chasing a game like this. But still no replacement on for Andrews Nana. And you wouldn't want to push one of your star men like that, isn't it, Atif? I think just sitting out the rest of this game, resting and recovering. Maybe he could be back in time next week or the following week.
Yes, definitely. 3 games to go in this first round for Matara City. And losing their main forward, or the number 9, will be a big miss. And here's Afiful Yusuf. Nimna Kachirat. Chibueze standing tall in between the players there. Just too good, this solid outfit.
Yes, it's all about their structure, isn't it, Tatif? And when you're playing the way that they do, that structure is really important, that each player knows exactly what their role is in the high press and on defense. But the ball has been turned over, and first touch for the substitute Talha, but wrestled off it by Halik Ahmed. But like I was saying, Atif, that positional play and that structure is really important when you're playing a high press like Solid Sports Club, and it's worked wonders for them so far. And you could say it's been good for them this season as a whole. As things stand, just 1 point off the top of the league.
Definitely, it will be an interesting watch when the solid outfit takes on Pelicans SC, Nathan. 2 good sides, 2 informed sides taking on each other. Both teams like to press high and play a high line of defense. So, as you were mentioning before as well, a quality side will put this solid outfit into test, isn't it, Nathan?
Yes, and here's Chipuese cut it inside, running past the defense, gets the shot away, but just comes off the foot of a retreating defender there. Ayo by Chipuese, making something happen out of absolutely nothing, very nearly doubling the advantage for Solid Sports Club. Ran from inside his own half, and luckily for him, hit it straight into the foot of that retreating defender for Matara City to spare the blushes for the defend inside. And off your screen, Andrews Nana has hobbled his way back onto the field, but I just can't wrap my head around that decision from the think tank of Matara City, Atif.
Definitely, it looked like it was a very painful blow there for Andrews Nana, and he went down with lots of pain, and we did hear a scream coming out of Andrews Nana as well from the boom mics as well, but nevertheless Nana is on the pitch of Matara City for the time being. And just a couple of plays ago we saw Henry Chibueze taking the shot, cutting back, beating a couple of defenders as well. That's the quality the solid attackers brings into the fore. And here's Matara City with all their 11 men on the field.
It's just under 4 minutes left in this first half. Matara in the right half of the field. They love to pull one back before the break. Andrews Nana, he's just not in working condition, isn't he, Atif? Limped onto that ball almost. Just couldn't get his take off to get any sort of power or direction on that header.
I mean, we can see only the funny side of it, Nathan. It's all the decisions are up to themselves and the coaching staff, and this is one to laugh for. And nevertheless, as we are heading to that 45-minute mark, Solid SC and a combined impulsion. Yes, just a 1-goal lead, but they have shown signs of making it 2 or 3.
Here's the throw in for Matara City. Johan Bimsar takes it long. Ball is loose. Yusuf chasing it, but marshalled off it by his opposite man, Mensa Prince. And now turning things over is Chibueze, turning his defender. But a timely intervention once again from Bimsar, and backed up by his teammate. And now Yusuf can go on the counter, slides it through to Nana, but just doesn't have the legs on him to get a touch on that ball. Could have easily been a shot at goal if Andrews Nana was on both feet, Atif, but unfortunately for Matara City Club he isn't.
And by the looks of it, Andrews Nana is in an immense amount of pain, and not good signs for Matara City, and not the best decisions taken from Andrews Nana to come onto the field after going off, after getting some medication onto his hamstring. And this time Andrews Nana will walk into the bench for good, I believe.
Yes, Afiful Yusuf creating probably the best chance of the half so far for Matara City, but Nana not having the legs on him, and you have to say shooting themselves on the feet there are the Matara club. But eventually common sense has prevailed and they will make that substitution. But here's the shot coming in from Solid, forcing a good save, but he spilled it, and in the right place at the right time once again to tap it in for the second goal for Solid Sports Club. Alexson doubles the advantage and doubles the woes for Matara City. And 2 minutes of added time as well, but what a passage of play there from Solid Sports Club. Teasing shot into the box, forcing a sharp save out of Arshad. Unfortunately, couldn't gather it first time. And just not reading that run of Alexson there, the Matara City defense. The defense should have done a lot better, Atif. No one near him. And it's a 2-goal advantage for Solid Sports Club, with just a minute and a half left for half time. Matara City defense They'll really have to take a long, hard look at themselves over the breather, because their positional awareness, especially in their own penalty box, has cost them 2 goals. And perhaps in the context of this season, 2 costly goals as well. Atif really have to do a lot better positionally, the Matara side.
Definitely poor bit of defensive work there by the defending champions, and that tag of theirs slowly fading away by the performances they have been putting week in, week out, the men in orange. Just 30 minutes or so, 30 seconds or so rather, to go on our clock to wind up this first half. A half which well and surely belongs to the men in white. Solid SC have not done anything wrong in this first half. Everything they have touched has turned into goal. Coach Sivanesan will be a mighty pleased man, and that's it for the first half. Solid SC takes a 2-goal advantage going into the break.
Ladies and gentlemen, score at half time is Matara City 0, Solid 2.
Goals from skipper Jnana Rupan and A. Alexson has done the damage for Matara City, and to make things worse, Matara City number 9 Andrews Nana has also done his hamstring. Here's the halftime confirmation: Matara City 0, Solid SC 2. A half which completely dominated by the boys from the north. And here's the points table of Group B. Pelicans SC a lead in the charts with a comfortable 4-point lead, and Solid SC slowly but surely creeping up on that table, and followed by Super Sun making a comeback into this campaign. They have played all of their matches, and they'll have to keep waiting to see what other teams do. And then St. Mary's, 2 games to be played for them. Then Sri Lanka Police, Moragas Mulesi, then the defending champions right at the bottom of Group B, Matara City.
It's interesting how Group B has panned out so far, and Solid Sports Club, as things stand, would have moved up to 10 points and put themselves in touching distance of Pelican Sports Club. That sets up an enticing final week clash between the top 2 sides. Promises to be a blockbuster here at the Racecourse. So take a look at the highlights from that first half. Afiful Yusuf in the very first minute, then Andrews Nana caused some problems while he was fit and on the park, but that was before the Solid Sports Club defense did really well to catch him in that offside trap all throughout the half, really. And a few yellow cards shown. Referee has been rather generous when going into his pocket, and a few close calls as well. Afiful Yusuf really making things happen for Matara City, and that was the first goal. Caught out of position were the Matara City defense, and Jnana Rupan the beneficiary of the penalty spot almost. That was the second yellow card issued to the Matara City backline, and here's Chibuese making something happen from absolutely nothing. Won his team a corner, and then the shot coming in from Jnana Rupan, spilled by the keeper, and once again Atif, Matara City showing some abysmal positioning, really, and just allowed Alexson to a free run onto that ball to tap it into an empty net. So what that means is at Lemons it will be a 2-0 cushion to Solid Sports Club, and we'll catch you on the other side with the second half action.
kickve pitiye jayda jalilade rase Champions League ek had gas mein hanguman kickve java naramenne Bhagi dulanne bhidi dasate goal ek gannai sit sarasenne samarok venne saddeta denne We are one game one heart One game one heart Champions League this is where we start together we dream together we fight we are the champions we defend Marangal kikkaagome kalathil urudiyai minnavumave Champions League varave unarvadukke tarume Cheer ekai gammak denne kollo set ekama ek venne goal ekata kick එක denne Champions League me aramenne One game one heart Champions League satanai aramenne dibidenne jaya ganne එක සිහිනට අපි යන්නේ One game one heart Champions League where dreams take part raise your flags feel the art football One game one heart hey oh one dream one star hey oh one game one heart Champions League forever we play the spirit of football leads away
Welcome back to the second half action of this Sri Lanka Football Champions League fixture between Matara City Club and Solid Sports Club, and a double change over the breather Atif for the KD Lalit coach side.
Yes,
And injured Andrew Snana finally being replaced after having a little bit of a second stint towards the end of that first half.
yes, as you mentioned, there has been a double substitution for the defending champions. Ravindu Samir and Madhuko Shehan has made their way to replace Johan Bimsar and injured Andrew Snana, and we are underway for the second half with Solid SC in the lead with a comfortable two-goal lead.
Just number 12, Johan Mitsara is replaced by just number 14.
We did see Andrew Snana was in immense amount of pain at the half time. Loads of medical attention was needed on Andrew Snana. I don't know what was the thinking behind of Andrew Snana coming onto the pitch after going for some medical and he has an opportunity for Solid. This time Arshad doing pretty well to keep the ball on in his midst rather.
Yes, there you have a confirmation of those substitutions. So a big 45 minutes ahead of Matara City Club, Atif. If they are to bounce back, if they are to still be in with a chance of getting out of that bottom position in the in Group B of the Sri Lanka Football Champions League. But as things stand, it's Solid Sports Club that have put themselves within 1 point of Pelicans, and that promises to be a blockbuster clash next week, alongside that Java Lane and Saunders clash as well the week after. Tomorrow,
Definitely a game where a decent amount of crowd is expected tomorrow under the lights at Racecourse. Javelin will be taking on Saunders. Saunders, the only unbeaten team in Group A, while Javelin has been brilliant in the last couple of weeks, especially the talisman striker Olavale has been good, and Matara City this time Afiful Yusuf testing the keeper Nilujan.
as Nilujan, I thought he should have come and claimed that cross. Atif instead had no pressure on him. Instead, he chose to punch it away. Landed kindly for Yusuf, but luckily for Nilujan, spared his blushes as the shot came straight at him. Now here's the skipper pulling the strings in midfield. Sends Chibueze on his way, but takes a touch wide, interestingly. Just trying to toy with the defense. Sucked in 3 of his men there. Here's John Raj now on the turn. Sends it across the box. But no willing runner for Solid Sports Club. And it's cleared away by the retreating Matara City defense. But interesting, once again from Chibueze, Atif chose to take a touch wide when he could have cut inside. And that's a facet of the game we've been very critical of from both these teams so far.
And talking about the games lined up for tomorrow, Nathan, 2 very interesting games. 4 good sides taking on each other. St. Mary's taking on Sri Lanka Police in the afternoon game, and later on Javelin taking on Saunders. 2 enterprising games, and here's Solid on the attack, but nothing doing in Matara City's perspective. Here's Matara with an opportunity. This time Nimna Gachira down the wing finds Afiful Yusuf. Yusuf cuts it back, and Arubisan just too good. But Yusuf manages to keep a hold on to the ball, and number 17 goes down, the substitute Ravindu Samir. Shot taken from range, and Nilujan this time needed to make a save.
It's an audacious attempt at goal, Atif. And Illusion taking absolutely no chances in parrying that over his own crossbar. But what a strike that was from nearly the halfway line. And if had just gone his way, might have seen a goal of the season contender as well. There's the shot coming in. Teasing ball for an Illusion. Caught off guard as well. Wasn't on his goal line.
Had the right amount of dip as well, and Illusion took no second chances on parrying it over the crossbar.
Here's the corner from Nafil. Whips it in deep, but looks like there's been a foul on the solid defender. And a chance goes big in for Matara City.
Here's Illusion. So far, he has been pretty decent between the sticks for solid SC, and need to be continuing his good work for the remainder of this game as well. And here's Matara City opting to go very long and cooks it way too much. Not the best of starts for either of these sides in the second half. Here's a Yusuf. I don't know what was he thinking, Nathan. Was he trying to cross it, or was he trying to take the shot and test an Illusion?
Yes, I think he went for the shot there, Atif. Way too much weight on it to be a cross. But unfortunately for him, got it completely wrong.
And here's solid. Gives away the ball to Matara City. Here's Yusuf. Yusuf turns back, beats one defender, but the two midfielders, Jnanarupan, too good for Fiful Yusuf that time. Here's solid on the counter. Spreads the play, but did not find the perfect connection and the perfect curve to find the winger on the far post. The call is for a handball, and it will be a free kick in favor of the men in orange. They'll fancy their chances to test the goalkeeper Illusion. One could say it is out of range, but here's Matara City. Miktas floats it in, and still possession with Matara City. Tidy bit of work there from Jnanarupan. But here's Prince. Prince tries to find Chibueze. Jnanarupan. Solid trying to take things slow here and play at their own pace. since they have a comfortable 2-goal cushion here. Chibueze does really well to keep hold on to the ball. Finds Prince. Prince spreading the play. Halik Ahmed. A good passage of play for Solid SC. A bulk of position in their favour. And here's Chibueze through the defenders. And he goes down. Pleads for a foul, Henry Chibueze. But referee Shashanka Madhusanka says otherwise, as it was a soft challenge and too soft to go down from Henry Chibueze there.
It's good build up here from Solid Sports Club, working it out onto that right wing, running onto it is Chibueze, but shooting up off his line there was Arshad to make a timely interception, isn't it, Atif? We know how dangerous Chibueze can be from those 1-on-1 situations.
Still yet to test the keeper, Mohammad Arshad. He had some opportunities to test him, but was well off his target, Henry Chibueze. But he has done pretty well so far defensively and with the link-up plays, Henry Chibueze. That's his speciality. Running up and down on the pitch, linking up the defense and the attack. Halik Ahmed does well, not too well on that occasion. Throw in favour of Matara City.
Yes,
Throw in taken quickly.
Unfortunate there for Halik Ahmed, but Matara City with the long throw in. Here's Afiful Yusuf in some traffic, need to get the shot away, do Matara City. But a heavy touch takes it out of danger for Solid Sports Club for the moment. Here it is once again, whipped inside, and the keeper swiftly off his line there. Nilujan making that claim. And he's had a solid day so far, hasn't he? Atif made some sharp saves as well, has been swift off his line. And that's exactly what you want from your goalkeeper. Can't ask for much more.
Definitely a solid day for the Solid goalkeeper. And here's Kennedy John Raj with his dancing feet. Hasn't been amongst the things Kennedy John Raj normally. He's the man for Solid SC to create things down the wing. Chibueze. Bit too much this time for Henry Chibueze. but nothing to take away from that link up play. Nathan Kennedy, John Raj and Henry Chibueze.
It's really good combination on that left hand side, and unfortunate there for Chibueze, just lost his footing. Could have been a lot more ominous for Matara City if they got it right. And the foul by John Raj, trying to win that ball back, more in frustration than anything. And this game has just meandered along in this second half, hasn't it, Atif? We've had 15 minutes so far. Neither side really grabbing the game by the scruff of the neck yet in this second half. Of course, Solid are in a rather comfortable situation, so all that this is doing is just running down their clock and taking the pressure off Solid Sports Club as they're looking to close out this game.
Definitely, maybe the tired legs of Matara City. No urgency whatsoever shown by the men in orange. They have been slacking with fitness, lacking in fitness rather, since the start of the second half. Here's Solid with space, an opportunity for Solid SC. Here's Chibueze. First, quite a heavy first touch there. John Raj fancies his chances and ricochets off the defender.
Yes, but what a ball that was from Nyanarupan, Atif. Just unlocking the entire Matara City defense with one pass. And unfortunate there from Chibueze once again. The idea was right, but just got a heavy touch on it.
Definitely. And Nyanarupan, the skipper of Solid SC, will be one of those contenders for the Man of the Match award. Here's yet again Solid. Nyanarupan tries to crosses it, and yet again a brilliant piece of play, brilliant piece of football there by Solid SC. Good link up. Mensa Prince trying to find Nyanarupan on that far post.
Speaking of the key players today, Atif, Mensa Prince as well has been instrumental for Solid Sports Club. Really good on the transition, and for a side that plays the way that Solid does, a midfielder like that is really important. We've been drawing parallels to Postacoglu's Tottenham, and that's something that they lacked in their side, and one of the reasons that it didn't work for them on some occasions. But Mensa Prince has played a blinder today so far, and he's really been the glue that has held this Solid team together.
Here's Avin Kaushika. Lobs it into the box. Men inside the box, and keeper Nilujan pouches it safely. His good day continues between the sticks for Solid. Here's Kennedy John Raj. John Raja gives away possession. Yusuf. Ravindu Samira was arriving from the middle, but too good there by Daniel Arubison, clearing his lines, and a good awareness shown by Arubison. Here's John Raj. Prince. Oh, that looked like very nasty, but Chibueze. Chirat. Pouncing on every heavy touch, Henry Chibueze, and driving it forward. Needs support there, but doesn't get any. Henry Chibueze. Nyanarupan. Yusuf this time finds Samira. Here's Ravindu Samira. Daniel Arubison, solid as a rock yet again. Just too good to these Matara attackers. Prince finds Chibueze with a lob delivery.
Trying to link up with his number 9 there, but that time the pass was a bit heavy from Mensa Prince, and ball has been turned over by Matara City.
And by the looks of it, Matara City have switched up with their formation as well. Now they are playing with a 4-4-2 formation. They did start the game with a 4-3-3 formation, but this time Yusuf gets a nasty challenge, and well, that's the second yellow card for Halik Ahmed, and he'll be out of the action. Halik Ahmed with his second yellow. As we were praising Solid's performance and their defensive line, Halik Ahmed does this, and Solid SC will be playing with 10 men for the rest of the 25 minutes.
It's now or never for Matara City, isn't it? They've been handed an opportunity on a platter. Solid Sports Club, who've been really good today, suddenly down to 10 men, and how they adjust tactically to this will be key in seeing if they can hold on to this lead or not. But Matara City, with an extra man on the park as well, really do need to capitalize, as that's a teasing ball whipped in, nearly the first goal. Nilujan gets down in the brink of time to claw it away from almost inside his own goal. Brilliant stuff from the keeper, stepping up for Solid. Here comes the corner kick, but headed away by Prince. Another teasing delivery into the box, and Nilujan gets on top of that one. But Solid SC have survived an almighty scare there, as we have confirmation of Halik's red card, which means he will miss the next game as well. And what a crucial game he'll be missing, isn't it, Atif?
Indeed, a very important game against the table toppers Pelicans. Will be a costly miss for Solid SC in their backline. Halik Ahmed has been very good for Solid SC. Here's a substitute for Matara with an opportunity. Because Mohammad Nafil took the shot from range. A decent chance taken, and doesn't manage to test Nilujan between the sticks. It will be quite interesting to see how Solid SC will form up their attacks and defensively as well, with one man down. Here's Prince trying to link up the attack with the defense. Mensa Prince will have to do a lot after his centre half's departure. Here's Chibue, Kennedy John Raj rather, cutting it back beautifully. Chibue is inside the box. John Raj takes the shot, and Arshad does very well to keep the ball away from the net. First time for the day we have seen Kennedy John Raj bursting into the box.
Yes, so after going down to 10 men, Atif, Solid looks like they've opted for 3 at the back. It's 3-4-2. And we've seen this tactic employed in this tournament so far by multiple teams. When they've gone down to 10 men, they've got 2 target men up top, and they've fortified themselves with a really tight back 3 as well. And it's worked on some occasions, and will be a bit difficult for Matara City to crack this defense unless they use the width of the field to their advantage. Just 21 minutes or so left on our clocks here at the Racecourse. Game hasn't really come to life in this second half, but I don't think Solid will have too many complaints about that, Atif. Matara though still have it all to do. And they're getting into that territory where they're going to be playing against the clock as well, which is going to make it all the more difficult for the boys from the south. That man there, the coach of Solid, how he manages this next 20 minutes will be crucial. Sivanesan. Already have 2-goal advantage. Just a 1-point gap at the top as well. Here's a long clearance coming in from the Solid midfield and off his line. The keeper, Chibuese, was held back and it's a penalty kick. And a yellow card shown to the keeper. Did get rather physical with Chibuese, the defender, and the goalkeeper as well, protesting. Take a look at the replay there. Chibuese running onto it, dragged back by his shirt by the defender, and then a knee to the face. And despite his heavy protests, Atif, I don't think the goalkeeper should be complaining too much. The color of that card could have been a lot different.
Definitely. Referee Madhusanka is one generous man, isn't it, Nathan? And Muhammad Arshad, I don't know what is he complaining, but it was a clear knee onto Henry Chibuese's chest, and we'll be having a penalty kick upon us. Muhammad Arshad has done decent as of for the time being for Matara City, but that was a costly error from the youngster.
Yes, and seems like the teams have heard us here in the comm box. Atif, we were complaining about a lack of action in the second half, and all of a sudden, out of nothing, a reckless moment, a rush of blood to the head really for the young Arshad. Has suddenly sprung this game to life, and Solid with a third goal here can really put this game to bed. This looks like the stretcher might come on for Chibuese as well. It looked like a really big hit from Arshad.
If there was the video assistant referee technology in place, this yellow card might have been turned into a red, quite possibly, isn't it, Nathan?
Certainly. Atif, stretch out for Chibuese as well. Unfortunate. He's had a good game as well for Solid Sports Club. Really held the ball up, brought his wingers into it. But unfortunately, after that big hit, his day will be cut short. Coach KD Lalit. His players just not getting behind him this season, isn't it? Haven't really played to their strengths. As Chibuese will leave the park. Hopefully he'll be okay and he'll be back for their remaining fixture in this group stage. Atif already lost one man to suspension. Wouldn't want to lose another to injury. Solid Sports Club. So all our prayers going out to Chibuese, leading the line for Solid Sports Club.
He has been instrumental in their resurgence since their setback in week number 1. Henry Chibuese linking up the defense and the attack, not only going forward but tracking back as well, doing lots of defensive work. Henry Chibuese, an out and out number 9, and he'll be stretched off the park. Henry Chibuese, a good night's work has been done and dusted for Henry Chibuese. And it will be Adelekan Adielu who will be replacing Henry Chibuese. Another dominant attacker A like-to-like substitute by coach Sivanesan. Adielu making his way into the park. And it will be skipper Jnana Rupan to take the penalty. And here's Jnana Rupan. And Jnana Rupan does no mistake and finds the left bottom corner. And it's goal number 2 for skipper Jnana Rupan. And well and surely he'll be the contender for Man of the Match award.
Goal for Solid. Jersey number 12.
Has been pulling the strings all game, hasn't he? The skipper for Solid, Jnana Rupan, with a deserved second goal. Went the right way, Arshad, but too much power. And a precise spot kick from Jnana Rupan gives his side a 3-0 cushion, and that really should be the game, Atif, for Solid. Just the 15 minutes left on our clock, and it's looking like an uphill task from here for Matara City. But anything can happen in this game. So take a look at how that penalty was won. Chibuese unfortunately hobbled off injured after that. Initially pulled by his shirt. That should have been a foul in itself, but then Arshad just clattering into the opposition striker, and should be really lucky that his card is just a yellow one.
The replay keeps making it look worse than before. And Muhammad Arshad can call himself a one lucky man still to be on the park.
It's a free kick almost from the halfway line for Matara City. If they are to stage an unlikely comeback, they'll have to start now, isn't it, Atif? They've had a couple of chances so far in the second half. Half chances almost. Forced a good save out of Nilujan, but that was probably the best chance they had, and haven't really made it count. Here's the new man coming back and winning it in midfield. Rusirul Akshan winning it back for his side. Can the skipper spark something? Sends Talha on his way on the right hand side. Need to get the cross in. Just dummies it for Yusuf, and here's the number 8 for Matara City. Need to make something happen now, but that's just gone straight into the boot of John Raj, and Mensa Prince can put the ball out of trouble. And Solid just need to show some composure, some good game management. We'll see them get all 3 points. The good boost to their goal difference as well. And just as I say that, rather cynical foul just outside their own penalty box would probably give a glimpse to Matara City. Their referee, absolutely no hesitation, going into his pocket. And Jnana Rupan stepping up as he has done all game. Now another opportunity for Matara City from the set piece.
Miktas overcooking it this time. Not the best of free kicks you would have expected from your set piece taker in that sort of a position. Just outside the penalty box, and he could have at least tested the goalkeeper. But nevertheless, it's Solid SC still late in the game, and by the looks of it, it will be a comfortable 3 points in the bag for the men in white as they crawl towards that top spot in Group B. Just with this win, they will be just 1 point away from Pelicans SC on the top of the table. Tantalizing delivery that was, but safely negotiated from Arubison. Prince. Here's Yusuf. Driving to Samir. Finds Yusuf. Yusuf with a clear-cut opportunity. Yusuf shoots and Nilojan had to make the save. And he does manage to do it without any harm done to his clean sheet. Good bit of work from Nilojan and Yusuf as well.
Yes, he's looked really sharp, hasn't he? Would have had his heart in his mouth for a moment there when he spilled it initially, but Matara City just caught on their heels. Didn't come and try and take it on the rebound. So we enter the final 10 minutes. Just about running the clock down now for Solid Sports Club. There's a ball over the top, but only as far as Sadev Rashmita. Matara playing too much of their football in the middle third, isn't it, Atif, especially in the second half. And Solid as well, more than happy to switch up their tactics, switch their game plan and sit back. And they've done so exceptionally so far, kept their clean sheet intact. Yeah, once again, interception made. Here's the substitute now. Plays in Mensa Prince. Mensa Prince is through on goal here. Needs some support. Support arriving inside. But perhaps just took a bit too long to arrive for Solid SC, and that really was unnecessary. Really was unnecessary there from the number 23, Arvind Kaushika. Cynical from Matara City. And he's not doing his side any favors there.
Very smart by the experienced Mensa Prince, continuing his good days of work, and the frustration mounting on the Matara City defenders, and as a result, cynical fouls has been given away as well. Not the happiest bunch of players there in orange. A very underwhelming campaign. And here's Kennedy John Raj. Pretty soft there by John Raj. Throw in taken quickly, but for a second they did give away possession, and now they have gifted the possession yet again into Solid SC's hands. A pretty complete performance from the men in white. Just that brain fade moment from Halik Ahmed resulted in a red card, but a good complete performance by coach Sabananta Sivanesan's men, travelling all the way from the north and putting up on a beautiful performance, and going into that second place position in Group B will do a whole lot of good for the men in white going forward into this campaign, especially with the Super 8s are just couple of weeks away, and the kind of form Solid SC has shown throughout these previous couple of weeks, they'll be a contender for that championship as well. De Silva. A shot taken from range there by Arvin Kaushik. Just the anger and the frustration shown by the Matara City players. And this has been the case for the defending champions throughout this campaign. They have not got themselves together whatsoever. And just that game against St. Mary's, they made a comeback in that second half and went on to win that game. And that has been it for the defending champions. No positives other than that to take home in this campaign for the men in orange.
It certainly has been lackluster so far. Not the kind of campaign you'd want from your defending champions, and loss looks all but certain today. Just the final formalities here at the Racecourse, and after this just the one game left for them. They'll be looking to just have some sort of respite, have something to show for their efforts this season. So far they've been lacking. As here come Solid Sports Club. Is there one last chance for them? Keeper off his line and taps it into an empty net, and that will be the fourth goal for Solid Sports Club. Adela Kun Adeleu off the bench and onto the score sheet. And that looks like it's the final nail in the coffin for Matara City Sports Club. Beat the first defender, took it round the keeper. Keeper ran into his own man and just had an empty net to tap it into. Did Adeolu for Solid Sports Club. Won't get any easier tap in than that. And that seals the deal, and a delighted Sabanath Sivanesan, and why not Atif, went down to 10 men as well. But have gone on to score 2 goals since then. Have the Jaffna base side. It's a brilliant stuff from them.
Adielu will be elated, and the stretcher has been requested from the referee. By the looks of it, it is keeper Muhammad Arshad and Arvin Kaushik who has been on the ground for some while. Here's that goal from Adielu. It was a wild collision between the goalkeeper and the centre half, and Adielu did not need second invitations whatsoever just to tap it in.
Yes, did really well to his credit to stay on his feet, isn't it, Atif? After that challenge, left the goalkeeper and his defender both on the ground. And still nursing that injury as we approach the 90 minutes. There'll be some late substitutions made by Sivanesan to just close this game out. And stretcher called on for the second time today. This time for Mohammad Arshad. Has had a disappointing day between the sticks in his first start. Rashika was brought on to replace Rashika Sampath, but hasn't really made an instant impact. And it's actually the skipper who's about to be stretchered off for Matara City Club, Rusiru Lakshan. Unfortunate day for him, taking over the armband. Still shuffle in personnel, shuffle in the strategy, but still no change in results for Matara City, and KD Lalit will have to go back to the drawing board when they come out next week to close out their group stage campaign. against Morogasmul, who haven't had the best of campaigns themselves, Atif, so perhaps a chance to make it 2 wins from 7 and add some decency to their record this season.
Definitely, Moragasmul too did not have the best of campaigns. Just that solitary win against Sri Lanka Police, coming off from that penalty of Mohammad Kasim. And here's a couple of substitutions for Solid, giving minutes for the players on the bench as well. Why not? Because they can afford to do so with a comfortable 4-goal cushion here against Matara City. Here's that forced change for Matara City Club as Rusiru Lakshan goes to the bin. Lenage Henuka will be making his way, replacing his keeper for the day. And just under 3 minutes to go here at the Racecourse to wind up things in this Super Saturday. Early on we saw Crystal Palace going down against Serendib. Serendib having a field day against the boys from Gompal. 4-1 the final scoreline was. Here's Yusuf. And we have got the confirmation for the man of the match as well. Tevdas Nilujan, the goalkeeper for Solid, has been awarded the man of the match as well. A good performance by the goalkeeper for Solid. And Solid SC will be trying to run the clock down here as we head into the final couple of minutes. Mensa Prince with a beautiful ball into the box. Adielu goes around and he crosses it in as well. An opportunity to make it 5. Adielu shoots, but nothing doing for Solid SC.
It's very nearly capping off a 5-star performance there, Solid Sports Club, and between the sticks, Nilujan has had a 5-star performance today for Solid Sports Club. Made some crucial saves at crucial times of the game and has kept his clean sheet intact. He's marshalled his backline well, and he's made some timely high claims and interceptions. It's something that his opposite number couldn't do, and we saw how that turned out for Matara City today.
Definitely tale of two ends there, and this time Afiful Yusuf, he deserves a goal, isn't it, Nathan? He's the only player who has stood up for Matara City in these 90 minutes and agonizingly shot there. Afiful Yusuf.
Yes, Afiful Yusuf. It's been almost one-man show for Matara City. He's been pulling the strings in midfield and taking his troops forward as well in attack. Matara City have really looked lost for ideas, have the numbers advantage, had almost 20 minutes to play with the opposition having just the 10 men on the park, and is their 5th goal here. Adeolu trying to go past 3 defenders, forced to play that crossfield pass, and that will be that full time blown by referee Sashanka Madhushanka, and it's a comfortable victory, a 4-0 victory for Solid Sports Club, as they've really grown into this season, Atif, and now sit just 1 point off the top in Group B.
Ladies and gentlemen, the final score is Matara City 0, Solid 4.
An elated bunch of players in white. Solid SC 3 wins on the trot. for the boys from the north. This time a complete performance from Solid SC, led by their skipper Jnanarupan with a brace, and Kennedy John Raj alongside with Adielu was brilliant for the men in white.
As players just exchanging pleasantries there. Jnanarupan has led his charges well today and led them to within just the 1 point on top of the table again in the just trailing Pelican Sports Club. And what a performance it's been from Solid Sports Club. And they'll be a happy bunch as they take that long trip back up north. And this performance today probably will make that trip feel just a little bit shorter as we take a look at the full-time confirmation. 4-0 in favor of Solid Sports Club. It's been a rock-solid performance from them.
And there's Coach Sivanesan, KD Lalit rather, a very unhappy coach there. Not the output he was expecting from his men. And with just one game to go in this first round for Matara City and Solid, they need to do well in that final week. Here are some of the highlights from the second half.
As that audacious attempt at goal, and Nilujan doing really well to parry it over his own crossbar. Another long range effort. And then John Raj really made things happen. The winger for Matara City, and then a rush of blood to Mohammad Arshad as he gave away a penalty, and Jnanarupan made absolutely no mistake slotting that to the goalkeeper's right. Fortunately for Solid, they did lose Henry Chibueze in that contact, and then Yusuf, the lone warrior for the Matara side. And then just to tap it all off and rub some salt into the wounds, skipper clattering into his own keeper, that allowed the substitute to come off the bench and add a goal of his own, Adielu. We have been absolutely delighted at that one. And what a game it's been from the coach as well. Sivanesan managed the game brilliantly despite playing half of that second 45 with just the 10 men on the park. And that's not reflected on the scorecard, is it, Atif?
And definitely, as you mentioned before, Nathan, it has been a very complete performance despite going one man down from the boys from north. Off your screens, the celebrations are on for Solid SC as they secure their places in the Super 8s with a 4-0 victory against the defending champions, and they'll be quite elated on their trip back home. Brilliant work from the players led by their skipper Jnanarupan. Then Adielu chipped in. Also Alexander with a solitary goal to put the game into the bed. And they'll climb up to that second place position in Group B, just below Pelicans rather, and they will be playing Pelicans in the final week of this first round. That game is worth waiting for, and Solid will come all guns blazing, and Pelicans will also come all guns blazing as well. And we have our man of the match downstairs with Navod Vijay Vikrama. Over to you, Navod.
I have here with me the player of the match for today's game. Solid SC's jersey number 20, Thevadas Nilujan. Nilujan, a clean sheet. just tell us about your performance. Are you happy with it?
Yeah, I am happy. First, we already fixed it's our do or die match. So, yeah, we should win. We do it, and all players are support me, and I also support them. All of us good well, and we qualify for the Super 8. And yeah, I think better.
Okay, thank you and all the best for the next few games.
Thank you.
And that was your man of the match, Devdas Nilujan, 5 folks, and deservedly so got the man of the match award. Was brilliant between the sticks for Solid and denying couple of chances created from Matara City Club as well. And we have the elated coach Sivanation downstairs with Navod. We have over to you, Navod.
I'm joined by Sabanand Sevanesan, the head coach of Solid. A happy man today after a win. Now confirmed with a Super 8 position. What do you think about today's performance, coach?
Today's team very happy. This week very hard work our team. Tactical and technical. This week our team qualified for the Super 8. I am very happy today.
You have one more game in the group stage. After that you have the Super 8 as well. What do you think do you need to improve from in the next game as well as in the Super 8s?
Next match win or draw and qualify for the Super 8 match. Our team very hard worked this week. Our players sometimes this year Champions League playing North player and new player playing for the first Champions League level game, and very happy today.
Yes, Solid SC having a few youngsters from the north as well. All best for the next few games.
Next game is good. Our team very improve for the little. Okay, our team very good performance today.
Okay, thank you.
And that's one elated head coach, Coach Sivanation, after a brilliant performance by his men, after going one man down as well. And these are the fixtures and results for this week. We had Sri Lanka Transport Board going down against Nigambu Youth, then Supersan with a tame draw against Pelicans, then Crystal Palace earlier today got a hammering from Serendip. Then now Solid SC had a field day against Matara City, and we have yet another Super Saturday, a double header, Super Sunday rather, tomorrow with two couple of interesting matchups ahead. St. Mary's taking on Sri Lanka Police. Then at night under the lights we have Javelin taking on Saunders. One game to watch for, and quite a number of spectators are expected as well here at the Racecourse. And that will be it from our end. Thank you for joining with the live coverage of this week 6 match day number 2, and it will be a good night from us.